Hey there, this is Bagman85 or Bruce, and this is my first commentary for my YouTube channel. And here we go. So, today I'm bringing you a game of Domination on Array. And I am using the G11 3-burst gun, and I'm not the biggest fan of it in Black Ops. I used to be a big fan of all the 3-burst guns in Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 and stuff like that. But in Black Ops, it's not one of my favorite guns. It's still a great gun, don't get me wrong, but you don't get as many one-burst kills with it unless you get like the perfect hits in the head or in the upper body and make sure all 3 bullets hit them. But, you know, like I said, it's still a really good gun. I don't mind it, but I don't use it as often as I used to in past games. Some people actually say that the G11 is probably one of the best and most overpowered guns in the game. It's a very good gun, but I think that's a little bit extreme. And then there's also some people who say that this gun, hipfire, is probably the best gun or best hipfire gun in the game, which I really don't see. If I were to go in a hipfire fight, which I rarely do, I try to stay away from as much as possible, I would much rather have a fully automatic weapon. Just because, I don't know, maybe I'm just terrible at shooting 3-burst guns hipfire. But anyways, so my kill streak setup here that I have is Napalm Strike, Blackbird, and Dogs. Normally, I don't run those high of kill streaks. I mean, not saying that I can't get them a lot, but it's just not my kind of gameplay. I like to use something like UAV, Napalm Strike, and then a helicopter. I like to try to get as many kills as I can with my gun. I'm not saying that's a bad thing to rack up all your kills and kill streaks, but it's just not the way I go for game kills. But some other people do it. Most commentators do it. I mean, I will upload some videos with it because I always get spunky once in a while and decide to go for high kill streaks. And it works out from time to time. And my perk setup for this class right now is Hardline Pro, Sleight of Hand Pro, and Marathon Pro. Now the reason why I use Marathon Pro most of the time is I'm a real big run and gunner. I like to sprint around the map. I mean, sometimes I'll sit in the spot, kind of watch a few points in the map, but most of the time I'm out there just going crazy. And it works for me. I mean, a lot of the big commentators out there, they love Ninja Pro just because they like to sound horror and stuff like that, which I like to do myself too, but as most of you have noticed, in Black Ops it is a lot harder to sound horror than it was in Modern Warfare 2. Not saying it's impossible, just not as good. And it's not like I have a crappy headset or anything like that. I have an Astro A40 headset, so I mean I have a pretty good headset. So like I said, I just like to run around with Marathon Pro. I mean, not very often do you come in lobbies where you have a lot of people that are sound whoring, so you really don't have to worry about it that much. The only time I can see you having to use it constantly is if you're doing like MLG battles or something like that, and you're going against an actual team, which most of the time every single person on the other team is going to have a headset. But that's okay. So anyways, I'll tell you a little bit about my Call of Duty history. I first started playing Call of Duty on Modern Warfare 2. Yes, I know I was a late bloomer for the Modern Warfare series, but that was the first one that really kind of kept my attention. And I played it probably for almost 2 years until Modern Warfare 2 came out. I mean, I wasn't in the FPS big time back then. I think I ended up having like 80,000 kills by the time I finished. I got to the 10th prestige, you know, all that, 55, yada yada. But my KD was garbage. I think I had like a 1.3, 1.31 or something. And then in Modern Warfare 2, I started picking up a little bit, you know, doing a little more research, learning how to play with higher sensitivity and using headsets and all that kind of stuff, and I did really good in Modern Warfare 2. I think I got my KD at a high point at like 2.4, and then by the time I quit, just from, you know, fooling around, just messing around with weird gun setups and stuff like that, I got myself down to like a 2.2, which is still pretty respectable. Nothing like, you know, majorly great, you know, like some of the other commentators like X-Jaws or Biohunter or Hutch or anything like that, which are all 3 commentators that I love watching their videos. I probably watch almost all their videos when they come out. So I mean, those guys are actually the kind of reason why I kind of got into the commentary. Just between that and a couple friends of mine saying that, you know, I'm pretty decent, I should, you know, toss my videos up there. But like I said, when Black Ops first came out, I did amazing. Did absolutely great. I started off at like a 2.65, 2.66 or something like that as a KD, and I did really good for the first couple prestiges, and then I took a tank downhill. I don't know what happened, if I was just in a bad mood or something like that, but I started doing really, really bad, getting very frustrated, and the more frustrated I got, the worse I did, and I mean, I dropped my KD all the way down to like a 1.6, but I mean, I calmed down, slowed down a little bit, did a little more research, and kind of learned the spawn zones and tried different things, and finally I got to the point where I'm actually doing very well again. I am back up to a 2.75, I believe, but hopefully I can keep raising that and making some great videos like this one on Domination, or on Array for Domination. Sorry I didn't talk too much about this game. I just want to give like a short bio of where I came from and why I started doing this. And I think this game I ended up going 43-2, which is a pretty good score. I mean, obviously it's not like 100 plus like some commentaries, but I'm playing with a few friends right now, and they do eat up a lot of kills themselves, so it's a little bit harder. And I am playing regular Domination, not Ground War, so there are less people. But in the future games, or future videos I bring up, I will try to explain to you what's going through my mind as I'm going through the map and stuff like that. And then, I mean, if you guys have any kind of requests that you want me to do, you know, just leave a comment or send me a message. I will always respond to everything. So just let me know, and I will go from there. And right there, it was a terrible, terrible aiming spiel I went on right there. I don't know what I was thinking. Hence probably why I don't use the G11 that much. But yeah, so I recovered there and lived. So let me know how you think. Rate the video, and I will see you next time.